This video is going to be all about a project that we did with the brand Texas Chainsaw Massacre and how we made some rubs for a video game that they did and how we packaged all of them and just how we got the deal with them, how we came up with the rubs, and then how we just put all this into production. So a few months ago, I would say more than that, it was a little bit before the pandemic, a friend of ours who has a comedy news podcast also is a part owner in the brand Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And they were coming out with a video game, and wanted to produce a barbecue rub based on some characters to sell as some marketing materials for the video game. And this guy knew that we do barbecue stuff, and kind of asked us if we were able to produce this thing, package this thing. We kind of got with Nathan and figured out how we were going to do all this stuff. We got this labeler that I'll show you later in the video. But yeah, this is us starting this entire process. This is me kind of scooping a bunch of rub out of this container. What this rub is you're seeing me make right now is the chicken rub, or the poultry rub, or I think it's the hitchhiker's rub or blend. It's kind of a dried herb infused, salt, pepper, garlic, mustard powder. Really good on a lot of poultry. Doesn't have a bunch of sugar in it. Really tasty rub. So Matthew Bromley kind of meased out all of the ingredients for these rubs. We had an enormous order from our spice company. So he weighed out all the ingredients in these big bus tubs. You can see them kind of in the back there. I took those bus tubs and scooped it into our mixer, what we normally use to mix our sausage with, and then that mixed up all the rub. It only takes a few minutes in there. And then I put them back into the bus tub. Nathan came and picked them up, and then he began to bottle them, which we'll talk about in a second. So there were 3 different rubs. We did a Leatherface rub, who is obviously the big bad of the movie Texas Chainsaw Massacre. One of the most badass horror villains ever. Just a creepy, disgusting, wearing somebody else's face as a mask, chainsaw wielding freak. So the Leatherface rub is a pretty basic Texas barbecue rub. It's got a lot of black pepper, a little bit of cumin and cayenne and salt and garlic, and I think that's kind of it, not much else. That one we really wanted to be more like a beef focused rub. There is a character in the movie called the Cook, and the Cook's rub is more of a pork kind of rub. It has some brown sugar in it, has some paprika and some other kind of red looking spices and chili flavors in there. And that one's super good, goes great on pork ribs, pork butts, that kind of stuff. And then the third one, as I kind of mentioned, was the hitchhiker rub, and that's more dried herb focused, and we really like that one for poultry. And I'm scooping this stuff in here now because I tried to just pour one in, and the rub kind of went everywhere. So I'm scooping like half of it, and then I pour the rest of it in there, and then you'll see me turn it on, and it's just going to mix up a little bit. And then I turn the mixed rub back out into the bus tubs, and then in just a second we're going to go to Nathan's garage where he packaged all of these. This was kind of an interesting project because we wanted to get a labeler, and for the purpose of producing our own rubs. Nathan packages all of our Dalmatian rub, all of our barbecue sauce. We'll make it in big batches at the commissary. Nathan who is Sawyer's husband and one of the business partners, one of the owners at LeRoy and Lewis, he will take all the rub or the sauce, put it in bottles. He's got a heat gun to kind of seal it for tamper proof, and he just packages every single thing out. Anytime that you buy something online from us, if it's a piece of merch, if it's a rub, if it's a sauce, Nathan is the one who sent it out to you. So go give him some love. Here's the rub being all mixed up in the meat mixer. It's obviously been cleaned and sanitized before we put rub in there. Then I just turn it out. And let's go to Nathan's garage. He's got some rub here. We're going to put it into a bottle. He did 1,500 of these by hand. Every single one. Just like that. With a little funnel in his garage. He's also a new dad too. So this took him forever, as you can imagine. But it was a good project. And now we have the ability to do this kind of stuff from our house. From his house. So after they get filled, they'll go through this labeling machine. You can kind of see they got the stickers for the labels. They go on a roll. You can kind of use that dial on the right to set how big the labels are and how much in between how much space in between you have. And you'll just put the bottle in there and pull down on the top lever, and it will just stick the label on there nice and straight. This thing is just really to make labels straight and look professional. Because if you put them on by hand, they're just going to be like a little bit crooked, and they just don't look very good. So here's the machine in action. Nicely labeled. All perfect. Just like that. Hitchhiker. Especially because you're not putting these on straight just by hand. That's exactly. That's the entire point.
Exactly.
It's doing some kind of making it look professional.
Exactly. And it's just so much faster.
I know, this will be, dude, this is just going to be on the shelf. That's sweet, dude. Nate, head of production.
That's right, yeah.
So not only did he have to fill all those bottles, put all the labels on, source all of the bottles. Obviously we made the rub, that's the easy part, but now he has to put all the tamper-proof stuff on it, use a little heat gun to seal them all, and then put them back into packages and send them on a pallet to the guys at Texas Chainsaw so they can use it for marketing materials for the video game, which I haven't played. It's supposed to be pretty cool. But Texas Chainsaw Massacre, one of my favorite horror movies of all time. It's awesome. Here they are going in the boxes, and you can see now all of these are going to go on a pallet and get shipped off. Till the next time we do another rub for another very famous horror movie franchise.